Good morning, I'm Matt Briscoe with your Hill Country Tribune Morning Update. A powerful storm system with winds exceeding 60 miles per hour has damaged homes in suburban Dallas, knocked out power to tens of thousands of people across Texas, and brought heavy rain that inundated some areas. Roofs and walls were ripped away early Wednesday from homes north of Rockwall, northeast of Dallas. The city's mayor, Jim Pruitt, says one person suffered non-life-threatening injuries. Wednesday's strong storm system later moved through East Texas on its way towards Arkansas and Louisiana. The power outages in the Dallas-Fort Worth area are forced the closure of schools and has caused delays. Over locally here in Llano, there was a few power lines down and some trees, but no widespread damage reported with only minor power outages. The Weather Channel says two of its contractors were among the three storm chasers killed in a crash in West Texas during severe weather. The Weather Channel said in a statement that Kelly Williamson and Randy Yarnall were, quote, beloved members of the weather community who worked as contractors for the channel. The Texas Department of Public Safety said that the two had died along with another storm chaser, 25-year-old Corbin Lee Yeager of Peoria, Arizona. Williamson and Yarnall were both from Cassville, Missouri. DPS spokesperson Sergeant John Gonzalez says a Chevrolet Suburban driven by Williamson ran a stop sign and slammed into a Jeep driven by Yeager. Yarnall was a passenger in the Suburban. All three were killed instantly. The crash happened at a remote intersection near the town of Spur, Texas, about 55 miles southeast of Lubbock. Tornadoes had been reported in the area at the time of the crash, and rain had also been reported in the area. Authorities say a truck driver was killed when powerful winds upended his tractor-trailer in an Oklahoma interstate, while three storm chasers died in a collision as they raced towards this tornado-warned storm in Texas. In other news, two anti-abortion activists who secretly recorded Planned Parenthood conversations about fetal tissue must each face more than a dozen felony charges. California's new Attorney General Xavier Becerra filed 15 counts apiece Tuesday against David Daladian and Sandra Merritt of the Center of Medical Progress, saying the videos show discussions of fetal tissues were made without consent of the people being recorded, and then violation of state law. Becerra, a longtime congressional Democrat who took over the investigation in January, said in a statement that the state will not tolerate criminal recording of conversation. The charges comes 8 months after similar charges against the pair were dropped here in the state of Texas. A story that the Hill Country Tribune first brought to you yesterday afternoon. A grand jury has indicted former U.S. Representative Steve Stockman on charges that he and a former aide orchestrated a scheme to misuse hundreds of thousands of dollars in charitable donations for personal and campaign expenses. The Republican ex-lawmaker was indicted in Houston federal court on Tuesday, along with Jason Posey. Both face a variety of charges, including mail-in wire fraud, making excessive campaign contributions, and money laundering. The indictment alleges both men misused $1.25 million in donations. Sean Clark, Stockman's attorney, said Tuesday afternoon the ex-congressman is an innocent man and intends to enter a plea of not guilty. Stockman, who served 2 non-consecutive terms in the U.S. House, is free on bond after his arrest earlier this month. Court records have not listed an attorney for Posey. In Texas political news, the Texas State Senate has approved 2 proposals seeking to roll back the recent state Supreme Court ruling that advocates say weakened open record laws. Passed 31-0 on Tuesday, Senator Kirk Watson's bill mandating that governmental entities disclose contracts and other bidding process agreements. It would effectively undo the so-called Boeing decision in 2016, where the Texas Supreme Court ruled that such records didn't have to be made public, citing competitive advantage concerns. A second bill by Watson, an Austin Democrat who was also the former mayor, was approved 28-3. It opposes a 2015 state Supreme Court ruling in the Greater Houston Partnership. Watson said that it allowed entities fully and partially publicly funded to keep how they spend the money secret. Echoing free speech advocates' objections, Watson said the ruling blew, quote, a gaping hole in the Texas Public Information Act. An example of this would be a Chamber of Commerce or an Economic Development Commission that uses public money would now be accountable. And sports news, Dallas tight end Jason Witten has signed a 4-year contract extension that virtually guarantees the 14-year veteran will spend his entire career with the Dallas Cowboys. The deal Witten signed Tuesday runs through 2021 and leaves the final year of the two-time All-Pro current contract intact. The extension has a maximum value of $29 million with no guaranteed money and gives the Cowboys flexibility to restructure and create about $4 million in salary cap space. Witten, who turns 35 in May, is one of the two tight ends in the NFL history with at least 1,000 catches and 10,000 receiving yards. The other is Tony Gonzalez, who retired in 2013 after 17 seasons. After the stormy night last night, we're reaching for a high in the Highland Lakes in the mid-80s. In Burnett, it'll be 83, reaching for a low of 53 tonight, becoming partly cloudy with nice sunshine out there, according to staff meteorologist Nate Dill. Currently, it's 9:47 and 59 degrees. I'm Matt Briscoe with your morning news update. Have a great day.